And hello everyone, Gabe the Izzard here. I am back at my state park exploration expedition. This makes number 8 here at Jenkins Ferry Battleground. This was in a very elusive state park. I tried to find this on my, I believe, number 6, where I went to Mark Mills State Park. This is part of the Red River campaign, where the Union was going down towards Texas to help, but the Confederates did a little butt kicking. They went down, they got to Poison Springs, got a little roughed up. They were like, let's go meet our convoy of supplies. We have a wagon train of supplies coming. They got intercepted. They're like, the heck with this. Let's go back to Little Rock. They make it here to Jenkins Ferry on the Saline River. And they took another butt kicking. So now we have a state park in our state because of that. And I'm going to look around and check this thing out. Go ahead, tag along. One thing to note, this is a picnic only, and there is no camping allowed. And right at the entrance is this monument made of granite, erected in the memory of the soldiers of the Confederacy who gave their lives for the cause at the Battle of Jenkins Ferry, April 30th, 1864, dedicated September 19th, 1923 by James Fagan and the Jenkins Ferry chapters of the United Daughters of the Confederacies. We honor their valor and sacrifice. And I am right off the freeway here. I can't believe it was such an ordeal to find this thing. GPS took me on the last time going through dirt roads, swamps, small ponds, deer leases, private gates. I looked at it today and it was like, are you kidding me? It's right off the highway? But it is. There are a few picnic areas, some in the shade, some over here, and there's a placard. Let's go see. Here marks a Civil War marker for General Samuel Rice. Then Iowa's Attorney General organized the 33rd Iowa Infantry Regiment in the summer of 1862 and was named its colonel. Stationed in Helena, Rice played a prominent role in the July 4th, 1863 battle there and was promoted to brigadier general on August 4th, 1863. Rice led troops in the campaign to capture Little Rock and in the Camden expedition. He was wounded at Elkins Ferry, but was still at the head of his brigade when he led Union defense of Jenkins Ferry on April 30th, 1864. An ankle wound there led to his death on July 6th. So he got wounded in the ankle in April 30th, and died July 6th. Wait, that was... Today's the 8th, July 8th. That was a mere century ago. And then on this side, the Confederate cannons captured at the height of the April 30th, 1864 Battle of Jenkins Ferry. St. Ruffner's Confederate artillery was deployed. Troops of the 29th Iowa and 2nd Kansas Colored Infantry charged and captured the battery. The Kansans killed 3 men as they were tried to surrender in revenge for the killing of black troops at Poison Springs on April 18th. The Iowans prevented them from killing others as they dragged the captured cannons to safety. 2nd Kansas soldiers roamed the field after the battle, killing wounded Confederates as the Union Army continued to retreat to Little Rock. And there are some benches. This one Doesn't look so well. It looks like maybe a heavy bottomed person sat on this. Very heavy bottomed on both sides and weighed it down. Maybe, maybe not. But we are here on the banks of the Saline River. Plenty of picnic tables and shade, mind you. So walk along here, watching for snakes, obviously. Down here to the poison ivy. Down to the banks of the Saline River. I'm not entirely sure where the ferry would have been, but it would have just taken people from one side of the river to the other. You can see a lot of erosion right there. This tree has fallen into the river. Just uprooted right there. I'm gonna see if I can find maybe where the ferry was located. These are crawdad holes. Crawdads will burrow down in there, build up a little mud around them. Here's another one. It's pretty quiet out here. There's some people fishing upriver. The water is moving pretty good. I guess you could swim right here, but it looks like a great fishing hole. The Saline River starts north of I-30 and travels south, easterly, all the way down into South Arkansas, heading this way, ending up in the Ouachita River, I'm pretty certain. Correct me if I'm wrong. Here are the placards for Jenkins Ferry State Park. It gives a history and a layout of the park. So it says the old ferry route and the old wagon route right there, which is right over here. I will explore that in just one moment. And then it has the explanation of the Red River Campaign, which is basically what I just gave you. From Little Rock, the Union soldiers came down here. They got whooped at Battle of Poison Springs, so they started to come back up. This is the Battle of Mark Mills, where I went last time. That's where the wagon train of supplies got ambushed and taken over by the Confederacy. So they're like, let's keep going up to Little Rock and make it up here. Got whooped some more, but made it out and finally got back to Little Rock. And it shows the different phases of the battle. And 356 Confederate wounded, 90 dead, 470 wounded for the Union, 78 dead, 40 missing, 827 total wounded, 168 total dead, 41 missing American citizens. And these are the Saline bottoms. And so I was right. So this is the Saline River. Starts just north of Benton, travels down into the Ouachita. I was right. Some people left an array of garbage over here and along with over by that tree. So I'm gonna grab that and throw that in the dumpster. But the ferry would have went across right here, and then the
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
no, thank you. The wagon, what did I say? Stagecoach trail, right along in here. There is a boat ramp here, which has the corrugated concrete that leads down to the river. Some sand is washed in here, so that's probably due to flooding. And then you can bring your boat on down, but it doesn't go very far down in here. So I would assume that it's pretty low. But yeah, the ferry would have been right along probably in this area, going across.
I didn't get that.
Not,
Could you try again?
what the heck? More trash. The fishing lure has got caught in the tree. Right there. Right there. A bobber. Oh, and by the way, there's a trash can just right there. The debris I picked up was right down there. Somebody has laid waste right there. Human waste. Not a soul out here. Other than some people that we saw right when we pulled in, but they're not even really in the park area. It is 100 degrees out here, July 8th, 2022. Very warm, but there's lots of shade out here. I'm not 100% certain what this device is, but I'm about to check it out. Looks like something was broken off. Probably another information sign. Destroyed, erased from existence. This large blank piece of concrete looks like a pavilion was here at one time with the large timbers that would have been placed here holding up a large roof. Now, if they put a basketball goal there, it'd be a nice basketball court. That's it. That is Highway 46 right there, Arkansas Highway 46. And then you drive in along there, but be careful not to fall into this hole that is located right here in the pavement. It goes down in there pretty deep. I'm assuming it's a little bit of runoff from this area, but it's a hole. Oh. Boop. There's a little off-road path that you can come right on. Looks like people have driven down here, probably to do some fishing from their tailgate. Check it out. I do hear some people, so I know there's people down here still watching for snakes. So this is all from flooding. These logs have gathered all of this debris here, trash, and then even what looks like a deep freezer right there. A lot of debris. There it is. Saline River. Some call it the Saline, but we here in Arkansas call it Saline. Not a snake has been found as of yet. And there are people over here swimming. And you can see right here, the difference in colors is the flood line. So the green is where no water touched. The darker green, darker brown colors, that's where the water was. So I would be standing underwater, which would be explaining why all of this is right here. Definitely a local swimming hole. They were locals, they were out there swimming, enjoying the hot day in some lukewarm water here at Jenkins Ferry State Park. Only one more task to do, and that's to get my passport stamped. They do have a self-stamping passport section, and I am heading over there now. Here is a hollow tree. Big slit in it. Get inside here. Take a peek. Lots of mosquitoes. Pretty interesting. I do want to note there are lots of garbage cans. There's one. There's one. There's one. There's one over there by the boat dock. There's actually another one behind that tree right there. Plenty of places to dispose of your waste. Only thing is there's not a bathroom. So if you come here and you plan on spending the day, plan on holding it or making some other provisions. You could always use dig a hole and bury it. Some people go into the water and do it. That's gross. But do something, plan ahead. No restrooms here at Jenkins Ferry. So I'm gonna make my way back over here to the passport stamp section, which is right here. I need to find it and then somehow emboss it onto there. I found Jenkins Ferry. It's right here. I'm going to rub on this piece right here. The only thing is on the back is Lake Ouachita, which I visited that one, but I didn't get it stamped. And then there's the Mark Mills, and I had to press on it. And I don't know if you can see a little bit of indentions, but I did fill that out. So I'll fill this out, the date of visit. My favorite thing about the park, the solitude. I embossed it okay, a little bit. I know I was here. Also, like Mark's Mill, they have a cell phone tour. So you can, I guess, call this number and put the 16 as the stop number. And then it'll tell you about the Jenkins Ferry. Arkansas Civil War history. Well, I guess that just about does it. I came, I saw, I sweated profusely, and now I'm gonna leave. Thanks for watching. I appreciate everyone that does watch. Thank you so much. I'm going to go on and film the rest of these. This is number 8 of the state parks, and I've got 46 more to go. These are going to be stop and camping and coming up pretty soon. Maybe towards fall. I'm going to knock some more out with the camping. So thanks again for watching. I appreciate it. And I will see you on the next one. Later. Butts. Holes. Do you think the Mario Brothers used that pipe system? Bonus footage are these Civil War markers that are placed along the highway here at Highway 46 and 291. Supplies destroyed as Union General Frederick Steele's army struggled along the muddy roads between Jenkins, Ferry, and Little Rock. The starving mules hauling its wagons began to collapse from exhaustion. Steele ordered many wagons burned after their contents were moved to other wagons. Despite that effort, more wagons were destroyed as the teams hauling them collapsed. A 33rd Iowa Infantry soldier wrote, "All over the swamp near the road were the burning wagons and their scattered contents." Steele's army lost 635 wagons and tons of supplies in the Camden expedition. And then refugee children. Many African Americans fleeing slavery were with General Steele's Union Army as it retreated to Little Rock. As army wagons became stuck in the thick mud, so too did wagons with refugee children. Some were abandoned by desperate parents. Others were rescued by Union soldiers with on one shoulder a rifle, on the other a black child. At least one refugee child would stay with the Chapel McElroy family near here, who found an abandoned youth they named Tom. Tom McElroy lived with them into the 1870s, later owning a farm southwest of Benton. And we are in this marker in this person's yard. 7 miles to Leola.